Lights, camera, action.
In a studio where local filmmakers talk to other filmmakers about the inside world of film.
Cut.
That's not the script. It. We'll fix it in post. Do you wonder how films are produced and what really goes on behind the scenes? Well, stand by. Filmmakers Kevin Munfrey, Victoria V.A. Jones, and Carson Hype Ferguson explain all the details. Right here on It. We Will Fix It in Post podcast.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Whenever you're listening, I thank you for doing so. I am once again Kevin Munfrey, and this is It. We Will Fix It in Post. I'm here with my colleagues Carson Hype Ferguson and Victoria V.A. Jones.
What's going on?
So, if y'all could help me out with something, looks like BET's for sale. So, if y'all got some money, y'all can kind of.
I'm not gonna buy it.
Everything's for sale.
Even if I had some money, I wouldn't buy it.
So, if y'all got a few dollars, y'all could loan out. We can put our finances together.
Not at all. I'm not. Who would want? I mean, I know a lot of people who would, but that's just a lot. It's a lot of responsibility.
Ain't a lot of people who would, honestly, because if it was, then a bunch of these celebrities would pull their money together.
But at the same time, they could think like I'm thinking. It's a big responsibility, and if you mess it up, you're gonna be responsible for the person who messes it up.
Hold up. If you mess up BET.
Right, because everybody who wants a part of BET wants to revamp BET.
If you had said that 10 years ago, I'd have been like, yeah.
I understand.
But to mess up BET when everything is going to online, away from the cable deal.
That's cool. But I'm saying, I'm not talking about just BET, online stuff, everything. So if BET goes online, that's still a network you still have to mess with.
I don't think it's worth it to buy BET now, because like you can just start your stuff up from the ground up or whatever and rival that of BET. I mean, Baller Alert, spiritual word, all this stuff that gets more eyeballs than BET does in the last 5 years, probably.
But there's also a culture that wants BET to succeed.
That's that legacy stuff.
Now, to your point of starting up, it took like the last one I could think of that like successful did it was Oprah who owned. And they say when you're starting a television network, it takes 10 years for that to become the brand name for you to. So you're spending money for 10 years.
Yeah, but you need to look at social media as networks. You're not in control of the thing, but what you got to do is learn like what's a gossip website?
It's not one.
No, I'm saying
like
Shade Room. Like what Shade Room had to realize is they had to have some place that they owned. They had to have a website or whatever. Because at first they put all this stuff on Facebook, and Facebook nuked their first deal. It's like whole business gone. Like yes, spirit fingers. just out of here. They had to learn. They had to learn. And then they had to basically redo their whole business deal, and they had to remake everything because of some policy change. I mean, you have to look at it as it is.
Who owns Shade Room?
It's just one.
Nigerian woman.
Yeah. I think she might be first generation.
I think so too.
Black lady.
She don't put herself out there that much.
She did a Wall Street Journal thing, I think. Like one time, she's been a couple like I was like a little more lately, but I'm not necessarily like a fan of everything in Shade Room, but I respect the hustle.
But you were saying so to your point about like starting something up, it's like at least if I had the money, I would probably do a BET because I was asking somebody else when I was looking into this, like, what's on BET right now? And I like
Leprechaun in the Hood.
Ain't Martin on there, and a lot of old stuff too. But that's during the day.
Yeah, but you got to think though, like looking at it as a holistic thing. That's what I'm looking at it as. Okay, so you're gonna have to pay licensing fee for Martin and all that stuff. So whoever owns that, you got to pay them out, and then eyeballs. I was like, it can happen much faster and much further and much more concentrated now if I just go to the social media things, and I can have more of an impression, and it's less overhead. It's like a food truck versus a traditional brick and mortar restaurant.
But there are some, like I said, there's some people out there who want to revamp BET.
Yeah, but it's not even that. It's the fact that how you gonna make money? How you gonna recoup your investment?
Now here's the thing. Like even at its what it is right now, BT still brings in money. Not nearly what they used to. Like advertising, they still bring in advertising.
The
dollars.
Weather Channel probably brings in more advertising dollars than BET.
Fact check.
I mean,
probably does. Why would Byron Allen want to buy that then? It probably does. Byron Allen got the money. He could have probably bought BET.
He's one of the people that is looking to buy BET.
Looking.
No. He seriously is him.
Diddy.
As you brought Diddy.
Diddy with a group.
Diddy is one. Tyler Perry, he already owns, I believe, a quarter or half of BET Plus.
Here's what I understand. Okay, if it's that profitable, and being able to position yourself in such a way, why ain't Jeff Bezos like right there? Jeff Bezos bought like, stuff like the New York Times.
Maybe he don't want BET.
Maybe he don't want it.
No, but I'm saying, like, why not? If it's that profitable.
Because he probably knows that he can't do anything with it.
Like Jeff Bezos can't do nothing with BET.
No.
Come on.
I think it would do better. Like it would at least get eyes. We want someone black to own BET.
Why?
It's black entertainment television. It just
and when Viacom bought it from Bob Johnson or whatever,
and it went down from there.
Well, because they changed all the programming.
Right, it went down.
But whoever would have bought it, depending on whatever, if they're not leading in a certain direction, because there's been black hands in BET for a long time now, ever since Viacom sold it.
Yeah, but they're not the head honchos. Viacom is the head honcho.
I thought Viacom sold it.
They're selling it.
I thought they sold it already.
No.
I thought like another ownership group had stepped in.
No.
Okay, I thought it was like one of those Comcast deals or something like that.
And so with the sale, it's going to be their stake in BET Plus. BET has its own studio, so it can record programming there and VH1.
Yeah, but it don't cost that much for a studio space anywhere in the country.
But it's one that's
if you really think about it, I mean, like, yeah, you can have state of the art this or that, whatever, but that's just overhead you got to maintain, insurances and all this other stuff.
Yeah, I'd rather deal with that than with a name that people already know. All I got to do is market people back into this instead of like the grind of something new.
Me personally, I would rather buy something like Jet Magazine. I think I could be more profitable with the online deal with Jet Magazine than I would with BET. I think lower overhead and then it's a known brand, and all you got to it's probably easier to make money too because you'll be bringing something like updating this quote unquote brand.
So you couldn't update BET?
It's an ongoing thing. BET's an ongoing thing.
Yeah, but
I'm saying like
same time,
there's no real like any baggage with Jet Magazine. There's baggage with BET because of the last 2-3 years of programming.
Right, because the people who bought BET just messed everything up. So
I believe if somebody black buys and it's kind of known that if someone black owns BET, the general public would kind of give it a clean. And I think like even now. Even like I'm waiting on
it gotta be
because a lot
right black person though. It can't be.
Good luck with that.
It can't
be.
Good
luck with that.
Let me. I told you who's all. So I told you, Byron.
I don't have the money to buy BET, and I said beforehand that I wouldn't buy BET because that's a big responsibility.
So let me give you all who. There's Diddy, Byron Allen, Tyler Perry, and there's this group out in Florida. They're called. It's called Group Black. In Miami, it's a bunch of group of black executives with it's called CVC Capital Partners, a private equity firm with $100 billion under they have in their company to spend to buy BET. So far that is all because I think the process or them putting it out there to sell has been like maybe 2 months. So it hasn't been that long. But so far, that's who's expressed interest. So out of those options, who would you like to see?
I don't know, man.
Victoria.
The million black men. What was it? What'd you say?
It's called Group Black.
Group Black.
Yeah, well, okay. So if you did that, if you did like, and you know, I didn't give an answer, but I'm poke holes in VAs.
Of course he is. Of course he is.
That's gonna be so fun.
Of course he is.
And like, okay, so the group back, who's gonna be the lone voice? And then I don't even know who these people are. And if it's an equity group, how do I know that every single dollar?
They need to have a lone voice, or
I think any ship that has multiple rudders is not going to go in the same direction.
You would have a team, though.
But you have to have one person that's going to be like, hey, follow me this way.
So Viacom is a team also.
Yeah, and they don't have a lone voice. They didn't appoint somebody or whatever to give a particular direction to go in the same direction when Bob Johnson was the head.
So you think there needs to be a lone? That's interesting.
I like, because like every ship needs a captain. It does. I mean every
cool.
movie set.
That's cool, and they might direct a captain. They might put somebody in charge of that.
Might.
We don't know. That's what I'm telling you. We don't know. So, okay, if I said Tyler Perry or Diddy, then you would have had something to say about that, right?
Hell yeah.
Of course. So any answer ain't gonna be the right answer.
No. Because I already know. I let everybody know up front what my stance was. I would, like you. I wouldn't deal with.
If you'd had the money, you wouldn't.
No, because I'm like I wouldn't see myself going to the legacy media route, because it's easier and less of a headache to not deal with that stuff. Yeah, I'm not trying to chain myself to, like, certain brands and all that stuff, because if it does, it's one of those, like, lots of risk, kind of minimal reward. And just like, like you took this brand and revitalized it or whatever. Ain't nobody gonna thank you. Because when Bob Johnson sold the dang thing, they're like, oh no, oh my goodness. I'm like, he was trying to do something else. He got to make another move. And he needed capital to do something else. So I'm like, if that's not in you, that's not in you.
Yeah, that's what I said beforehand. I wouldn't buy it.
And it was a lot of, it felt like a lot of backlash when Bob Johnson sold it. But it's like because like I think he sold for like 2.1 million,
and it was
billion. No, it was 2.1 billion,
and it was tooth and nail to like get people to help him when he first started. Hey, that was a hard, lonely road. I read the book. I didn't do the report though, but I read the book.
I remember I didn't take. I was happy for him because I just thought he was kind of done, because eventually you don't want to run a whole network forever.
Well, you got to deal with all the people. You got to deal with all the people, the overhead, the stress, the fact that you are like at one of the times he was like one of the lone, like, imagery voices out there, outside of like, outside of like the Bill Cosbys.
Yeah.
Like BET was one of the few that was doing that stuff. And then like I
feel like that would be an argument to have like an equity firm buy it.
Yeah, but okay, if the equity firm's decentralized and they don't have a good plan, it's going to be the same thing as Viacom owning it. Because if they have an attachment to it, but they can't get the leadership to steer the ship the correct way, and you still hit the iceberg, what does it matter? Who's leading it? Now you're gonna have a blackface like leading it into like the bottom of the ocean. Oh, that's nice.
That's the risk they take. And that's on them.
Look, hey, that's on them. I don't have a dog in the fight, really. I'm not rooting for one or the other. It'd be nice, because I remember all the programming and all that stuff. But it's like, hey, it don't make me none. If there's another brand that's built up now, and then we talking about like diversification and all that stuff as far as like media goes now, with all of us, I was like, hey, I would produce something for BET, but would I want to own it? I'm not at the point where I would want to own BET. Now, like some of these digital brands and some of the smaller things that I could like move and have smaller teams. Because if you're dealing with people, because I'm just thinking from the management standpoint alone, you're gonna have to get everybody on page, and you probably have to clear house
So
too,
let me
deal
throw
with
this one at you.
lawsuits.
It's not BET, but like Tyler Perry, he owns like I said, he owns a piece of BET Plus, the streaming network.
Mhm.
Would you rather just if you had the capital, of course, would you rather own streaming, not BET, but like the BET Plus?
Yes.
You would rather
Yes.
invest in that
because you still have brand ownership and kind of that legacy thing for certain people that you could kind of bring them into the fray, but then you have like the upward mobility to be able to do a whole
so
bunch
more
of
like a
different
new
things.
version of the same legacy.
Yeah.
I get you. I understand it. So I was thinking like when this first came out, who would I want to get it? My first thought was Tyler Perry. I know I can feel your face.
Don't throw me in here. Don't throw me in here.
So, but now, so this is my.
He must not have seen Acrimony.
No, it just he's. I actually have it, but he's produced projects. His name in and of itself is a brand. He is basically Black Hollywood as far as Atlanta is concerned. Now, the only thing, like the criticism you hear a lot from him is that he likes to do, like he doesn't delegate well.
He likes to do everything.
That is not going to be good, especially when he's splitting time between movies, all his properties, and all that stuff. You're going to have to put people in charge. And if you're not good, hell, it might as well Viacom probably do a better job if he's not going to be able to like pick out leaders.
So did Viacom say the reason why they're selling?
Well, they're probably splitting up their whole library.
It didn't give like a reason, and it's like they're potentially selling. So they could put all these bids out and say
potentially what the reason why they think about selling.
Yeah, they haven't thrown a reason out.
Well, I mean, they're probably not liquid in a environment that's not good for holding debt. So they probably have to liquidate certain assets or whatever, separate certain assets or whatever to liquidate so they get more money for something else.
That too, and then everybody's struggling, so they might be losing more money now from BET than they were gaining.
Their stock is going down. Like apparently, a lot of networks, their company stock is going down, and streaming services is taken away from networks. So,
just the whole
network television as a whole.
I mean,
it's been taken in LA.
The online experience alone. Why do you think like Judge Judy and all these other deals are moving to online? It's because they're getting more eyeballs over there.
And that's because they were cut off, though.
Yeah, because the syndication cost the people like an arm and a leg. And then when the contracts ended, hey, it's time for a new contract. Let's put this online or whatever, get eyeballs over here and get revenue dollars on this deal. Because it was it like 4 or 5 years ago, whatever, where online ad revenue like actually surpassed like legacy media.
Yeah, but they didn't. They were cut off. They didn't were like, well, we don't want to do this no more. We're gonna go online. The network cut them off.
Yeah, because the cost was too much.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like but it wasn't like their decision to do it. It was like Judge Judy's decision to do it.
Either way, Judge Judy, like people reposting it just on YouTube alone or whatever, was enough eyeballs to get ad dollars.
And they may take her streaming show back to networks.
Yeah.
So it's a good way of, and I don't think Family Guy.
They probably just renegotiate the deal or whatever and just pay less.
So because her reruns are still
numbers.
Doing well. They're still kicking ass, and her online show's doing well. I think they've gotten 2 more seasons.
I didn't know her husband was a TV judge, Judge Judy.
He's a TV for what?
He was a TV judge before she was. People's Court. Shineland. Yep.
So I did find a little something for as a reasoning for the sale. So they're saying Paramount executive believes BET may be particularly valued by consumerism of wealthy Black. They think it would up the value if someone Black wealthy owned it. It would help the value. I think the value is decreased with it being just strictly with Viacom.
I can see that. I can see that. So, yeah.
Smart. Now, again, this is that still may not happen, but it's because originally they were like, I guess, rumors that Paramount was getting sold into like pieces, but they're saying that's not.
Well, most of the big ones, like I mean, the whole Fox Searchlight thing is like probably a good example. Marvel, the Marvel as a whole, how they had to sell rights in the '90s, whatever, because they got in trouble as a company. So they sold the movie,
they did,
the film
they
rights.
sold. I think they sold like all the characters.
They had to sell the film rights off so they could have like capital, because like they were in trouble.
I thought they sold like film rights to characters.
Yeah,
like they got Spider-Man. This one got Hulk. This one got Wolverine.
Yeah. I mean, they had to, and the only reason why they had to do that is because they were in trouble because of the comic book collapse in the '90s.
Yeah.
It's the same thing here. I mean, look at all these media companies, whatever, they're rolling up into one. They rolled them all up into one, and they're like, "Uh-oh, we're holding the bag. Let's see if we can like sell this off." They do it in finance all the time.
Yeah.
They'll grab like a whole bunch of assets, sometimes take on too much, and then have to sell it off in bundles. If not, they had to sell it off in smaller pieces.
Yeah. So now I've kind of give you a bit of an idea of how, and it honestly depends on who buys it. Like, I wouldn't mind if Diddy has it, but I mean, Revolt is almost Revolt's in the same place as BET feels like at this point. At least like what they wanted, what it originally was going to be. I'm not even sure if it still is. Like, I can't name programming that's on. Like, they had the Breakfast Club on there, and it didn't really work out for them.
I mean, they still got the Revolt deal with the Breakfast Club, but
no. Breakfast Club is now going to be aired on BET.
Okay. I mean, but Angela, like Angela.
Well, damn. Okay.
No, seriously, Angela Yee's gone, so like the dynamic's different with just Old Boy and Envy, and then like that's gonna fizzle out. So like, if this was 3 years ago, that'd be a more viable play.
It's still like from what I
it still
like,
does numbers because it's a legacy thing in New York, and it's one of the big radio stations, and it's a time slot.
And it really doesn't. I mean, so what competition does it have?
But is it case in point? Is it Family Guy on Fox, or is it the 7 o'clock slot on Fox back in the day? And it's probably not Family Guy on Fox. It's probably the 7 o'clock slot.
I see where you're going with that. That's an interesting point. Because I think it is Family Guy on Fox.
I think with Angela, it was.
If out of that three, but if anyone had to go,
it was going to be her.
It was going to be Angela, because Envy and Charlemagne, they're almost like family members. Like, people like seeing those two more than it. Like, the dynamics is different if you take Envy off and it's just Charlemagne and Angela. It's a different dynamic. It's just not. It's not as watchable. You take Charlemagne out, it's definitely not watchable.
Yeah, because Charlemagne's a wild card.
Yeah, exactly.
Envy is too petty and got problems with everybody.
And Angela is just Angela. Like, it's just
but the dynamic dynamic worked because each one brought it. It's like if you're going to start a fire, you need three things. I feel like anytime you start like these things, if it's a musical group, whether it's whatever, you have to have all these elements. And if you like take out one of the elements, then the product is not that good.
I see what you're saying. I just don't feel like that's the case for like the Breakfast Club.
I 100% think so.
It's
I don't.
Because even like watching it now, it's like I said, I mean, they have a different look. They're still entertaining, even when they add new people in. Now, whoever they end up adding as their
so are they going to add somebody permanently? Or are they just different people coming through?
They're going to have different people coming through probably throughout the year. They're not in a rush to find a third person.
What's the difference between that and just having a guest? I mean, because it's
essentially it's worked as a guest, but you also get to see how they are with them. So it's a guest, but it's also like a rental. But it is
so you don't have to pay for the test drive, is what he's saying.
So in a sense, because if you got something you're promoting, you got a film coming out in a few days, you guest host for the Breakfast Club for 2 days, get to test out, see if this works out, but you also get to promote your film. So it's a win-win.
Well, that's just like going and doing an interview
Yeah,
on the
but
Breakfast Club.
you're just doing it for a few days, and you're helping out with a few.
But I'd rather do the interview than go and guess.
and
Huh.
guess.
That's just
Now again, I think that's kind of like if you're an actress, and like, ooh, this is potentially something else. You might as well. It's like you're going for another part.
It's more work though, because if you think about it, just like if I go on a view and I got interview, I don't want to be a guest.
Now that's a little
because you have people who come on there and be guest hosts.
Yep, but they don't do it for no 2 days. They do it for like at least a whole week.
Yeah, or something.
I think they're doing it. I think they're doing it like this for the Breakfast Club a week as well. Like some do it a week. I think some do it like a few days. I think it just kind of pits on a schedule. But sometimes they get actresses. Sometimes they get podcasters.
It's mostly comedians though. That come on and do that.
I mean, comedians do well on those type of platforms. So,
yeah, because they're quick on their feet, whatever, and they can add the levity.
Yeah. So.
But I'm saying for me,
for you,
I'm definitely not.
Especially in you being a director, you would have too much.
If I was anything, if I was an actress or some, you know what I'm saying, or what, I'm still not gonna go and sit on for a week. I have to come in here and do this stuff with y'all, and I have.
I appreciate it, but I feel like it would you would see some amount of money, and you would be like, hey, man, fuck all that. What? I wear the shirt on the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, but
I just shout y'all out.
Yo, but to have to deal with all the stuff that you'll have to deal with, like I'm talking about, like move to New York or New Jersey.
They're not moving to New York.
Have to commute.
I'm saying. I mean, if you're there for a week, so if somebody goes on for a week and does it for a week, that's just a week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you stay.
That's just not
stay in a hotel. Stay in a hotel for a week.
But I'm just saying,
Manhattan.
That's just like the same thing if you go off and do a project.
Yeah.
So you're on location with that project. So it's not inconvenient.
Wait, so you're trying to sell me on being a host? Is that what you're doing?
No,
right now?
I'm saying no.
I'm like, because that's what it sounded like. It sounded like you was trying to sell me on it.
I mean, benefits it just I feel like it definitely depends on the person, and that look may not even be like the best look for you, or even a fit.
I know it wouldn't be.
So, we're not talking about we're not talking about necessarily you.
Yeah, no.
Oh my God.
But no, so
I gave you the Funkmaster Flex face because that's the rival station.
But no, I'll get back to my train of thought of what. So, what does a revamp be like? What do you think you can do to revamp BET?
There's no what can you do? I'm not gonna touch that. There's no thought process for me to go into that.
VA doesn't want the responsibility.
You definitely.
There's no thought process because I've never thought about it. When I heard about somebody trying to buy BET or it was getting sold or whatever, I was like, that's gonna be a big responsibility for whomever does it.
You know, if he had the money, you know how I wanted to see Aaron Magruder after that Boondocks episode.
That would.
Oh man,
that would be interesting.
Man, be like, what's he gonna do? He is the ultimate wild card.
None of y'all, even if y'all have money, would touch this.
No. So what would you do?
So there's a black news element I would put on BET. I've always been somewhat off. I don't think the music video shows, I don't think they can work on network television no more.
Not at all.
Because I think Spotify has a better chance of doing something like that.
Yeah.
Or YouTube has a better chance of doing something.
Well, YouTube music is good.
Yeah.
Some good stuff.
So I would want to have an element of music just to have a way that we could display black music on it. That's just the part I can't figure out because I just don't think it would work on network television. But yes, news, black programming, just like dramas.
See, but you got to get with the times, Kevin. If you're gonna have the music on there, what are you gonna make it a clip show and then put it online? So it'll be like snippets of the music or whatever, and it will be like parts of the hook, and you'd be like, hey, today's top 10.
So I feel like that would be something
you
could
like
put
today's top 10 or whatever, and it'd be like a commercial break kind of thing. So it'd be like 60 seconds of like 10 seconds of this song, and it'd be like the top 10 songs or whatever that are trending, and like boom.
I feel like that is something y'all put on Snapchat.
No,
Or
but
like it's something like that you see like on the Snapchat.
Here's what I would do. I would take something like that. I would put it on BET with the snippets. Then I'll have a long version for like, say, like some of the other things, which would be like another 20 seconds. And then I would sell the rights to that to play it on that gas station TV thing. So when somebody's filling up their pump, I'm getting that. And that way you can Shazam it to go buy it.
That's nice. I pretty good idea. I just don't.
Why don't you buy BET?
I ain't got no money. Shoot, man. Like, you see these cameras? Shoot, man.
You know what? I do. Now, this is a bit of a stealing of an idea, but I mean, that happens in television. So, as far as a music element, you think of like so not necessarily a music video show, but a live. So it'd be like more like a Tiny Desk or an MTV Unplugged.
A concert type deal.
Yes.
And the fact that y'all didn't get that, man, I was like, damn.
We got it.
We got it. We just let it go.
On that. I work hard on that. I work hard on these jokes.
You ain't got to work hard on that.
We let it go. I was trying to ignore it until you said something afterwards, and I'm just like,
when you did this, I went, let that duck on out the way.
Oh man!
So a live music element was part of it. Even a sports element of like streaming some HBCU games. Basketball, football.
You're gonna have to get the rights. You're gonna work out a rights contract.
And I feel like HBU just to get that exposure, and I think they would want.
They're gonna want some money. They're gonna want some money.
No, I'm not saying they're gonna do it for free.
Yeah, but I'm like, okay, the audience isn't necessarily there, so you're gonna have to create the audience. So you're gonna take a loss initially. So how are you gonna make money?
I mean, you gotta
while doing that.
Make some money. Spend some money to make money.
I understand, but you're already gonna take a loss with BET. And you're talking about taking another one to see even like larger risk, because like you're going to have to be able to generate revenue or whatever to make up for that cost initially. It can't be a loss leader for 10 years. If it's especially a smaller ownership group like a Diddy or something like that, they're going to have to make money right away.
Here's the thing. Like if someone like now here's like my argument for Diddy owning it. If Diddy owns it, I think people will look at it just to see what Diddy does. Now, I don't know. I feel like he would have maybe like a 3-year window, maybe less than that. But he would have eyes on it just to see what he would do. Even with Tyler Perry, I think people would look at Tyler Perry owning it just to see what he would do.
Yeah, but I don't know if Diddy would do it, like well with it anyway, because what has he done with Revolt?
That's something I can't argue.
If I take Revolt and the deal that he got with cable television with Revolt, and the fact that he didn't utilize like the new technology as much, I'm like, what's good?
Because I think like, so when I was reading, like his desire for owning it was he wants to be a multimedia giant. Like he wants to have like his media empire.
I mean, that's nice, but it has to be successful for it to matter.
Yeah.
I mean, like look at some of his other brands outside of the liquor brands or whatever. Look at some of the clothing brands. I mean, is Anoche doing well? Because he bought that and he was going to remix it.
I don't remember. I didn't remember buying. Now I know, like
remember him buying
with Sean John, it did well until he sold it, and that's usually what they were like. Jay-Z does as well. Buy a company, market it, boost up the value, sell it.
Well, I mean, but I think part of the marketing was him, and everything that he's touched, he's had to be part of the marketing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's honestly
that's a problem.
And almost anything that's successful, he's always been part of the market.
That's a problem. He
probably does that better than anything.
Yeah, but that's the problem. If it does not stand alone outside of him, what is it worth without him?
I mean,
you got a point.
I mean, because like if I have to show the face, case in point, FUBU. When LL stopped being a representative for FUBU, what happened to that brand? It fell off a cliff.
It fell. Well, I think it was other aspects. It fell here. It still does well overseas.
Okay, but here, the primary market, it doesn't do as well as it did then.
I think China's the primary market now.
It didn't do as well as it did then.
Oh no, it does
because it was a global brand then and it was like one of the either one or two brands here.
It was
yes,
and Karl Kani.
Well, you had Karl Kani, Sean John, You had Fat Farm. You had
Are we counting Tommy Hilfiger in this?
well, I mean, Tommy Hilfiger fell off when FUBU started really coming up.
Yeah,
because of that that rumor.
Yeah. Fat Farm. I feel like there's one more, but
I mean, a Noche, but that was more like kind of East Coast. It wasn't as much Southern. And then you had like kind of regional brands like Jabot, all that stuff.
did No Limit have one at the?
Yeah, they did, but
I think more of a regional.
That
thing,
wasn't.
too.
Yeah, that was more a regional brand.
And I mean, though, well, especially No Limit, that was connected to the brand. But
Make you say, nah.
Which, speaking of No Limit, I think P is doing a
Movie.
No, it's going to be like a series.
Serial.
The Rise. Serial.
Yeah. He has cereal. He has
has that. Yeah, but he's also doing a series on No Limit.
I thought they already came out with a documentary.
No. He like the show BMF.
Oh,
He's doing
I got you.
like that.
I got you.
That could be on BET.
Hey, he's also coming up with a reconciliation with his son.
Okay. He's doing that with C Murder too.
I don't know. He should have been at that party.
He shouldn't have been at the. I feel like that's how she was in this, and we shouldn't at the same time.
We should not end it that way. Okay, find something else to say, Kevin.
No disrespect.
So,
no, we don't even end it that way. What else? What else?
Okay.
Anyways,
one show you would like to see on BET.
TV Raps. No, that was MTV.
Yo, really?
That is terrible. Hey, that's the kind of stuff y'all expect from me.
I literally was just thinking that. I was just thinking that. That's exactly what I would expect you to say.
I didn't even watch that show.
That's how much she cared about BET. She want MTV on BET.
I didn't even watch that.
She want old MTV on new BET.
Was I born when that show was even?
Yes.
Damn, you making me feel old.
Yeah, man, whatever, man. Like that's terrible, man. Like that's so disrespectful to Basement and Tigger and Joe Claire.
Just skipped right over.
Okay, the basement. However, I would love for that to come back. I like that show.
How genuine is that?
You know what I'm saying?
Basement.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, a TV Basement. We'll start in Lover.
So,
y'all ain't finna play me. Whatever.
Hey, you ain't gonna play BET while you there. Shoot.
So, Carson, what's some sort of program to see?
Like, I don't like this question.
What?
But
Listen, I got another one. BET at night. What was it? Uncut. Yeah, I want to see that one come back.
She wants BET to be. She wants BET to be.
I shouldn't have.
No, she wants to be the World Star Hip Hop. That's it. That's it. We ain't the World Star Hip Hop.
Uncut back. It's a whole. It's gonna be a World Star.
We ain't the World Star Hip Hop. She doing too much, man.
World Star is ratchet. All right.
Yes, it was. What was it? Uncut with ratchet.
It was classy.
He swiped a card on a girl's ass.
Only one video. What are you talking about?
They literally one of the videos was a song called "Pussy Pop."
No. That wasn't even that bad because Ludacris had two versions. He had one for Uncut specifically. They had a song in rotation called "White Girls."
I remember that song too. I remember that song.
And then that one dude.
I remember it.
People had videos specifically for Uncut.
That's just like they have videos specifically for World Star.
Ratchet video.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's
okay.
So, back to you not liking this.
Say Uncut.
All right. So okay. Let me be serious. Since some people can't be this time.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Anyhow,
I was serious.
So stuff like
makes it worse.
Stuff like Teen Summit, the Tavis Smiley like news kind of event show that was like the deal. I think even they try to play around by bringing Arsenio Hall show back. I can't remember if it was like they did like Arsenio Hall show. I think it was on BET, but stuff like that. I think it would be good. But I think that is a time ago.
So,
You know another show.
Oh, good Lord. Jesus Christ, where are you going with this?
The Monique Show. Remember that talk show she had?
Okay.
I would like to have that
Jesus.
come back.
Because I was like, what the hell is she going to go back?
Like, so
I wish you'd just stuck with that.
Or 106 in Park, you know what I'm saying? I would enjoy that too. A new 106 in Park.
starring Bow Wow.
Hell no.
You know he gonna end up producing it. But I like your Arsenio Hall, because they did bring Arsenio Hall back once. I don't think it's gonna be like a third time. I would like to see like a black late night television show. Just maybe not with Arsenio Hall. Maybe not Travis Smiley. It's not. It's somewhat of a news like program, but not with a. God, I can't remember that guy.
You ain't gonna test my knowledge though. Like, shoot, I was on BET hard back in the day.
I see.
Like hits from the streets. I mean, all that stuff.
Remember him.
The Nas on the damn Sprite commercial. Shoot, what you talking about?
Nas on a Sprite.
Hits from the streets wasn't.
There was like almost like a prank show.
Yeah, I remember that.
Then they had Hell Date.
Yeah.
And when they started
remember
going into the
That's his
deal.
That's his name. Roland Martin. I would like to see Roland Martin do like that.
Roland Martin does a news show, and it's really not that good.
Now I know he has his own.
It's really
thing.
not that good. And I'm not a Roland Martin fan, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. Like I would appreciate Tyler Perry films where he does everything over Roland Martin's assertion over the news. I'm just gonna say, like, I shouldn't have said that much, but I'm not a fan of Roland Martin.
I can't even picture that in my head. But
I'm talking about I would like a movie with Tyler Perry to be doing the grip work and the camera movement over watching Roland Martin.
Not that. That's like
I'm trying to be disrespectful right now.
That's not even possible. That's not even possible. That's not possible.
I'm just imagining how terrible that movie would come out to be.
What? Okay.
I said I would prefer that over Roland Martin.
End the episode.
Man, and I thought Victoria's one was going to end things going left, but
no, they ain't left.
Okay, uncut. Everybody looked at that. Okay,
look,
I'm just saying.
We don't admit that out loud.
Oh, okay.
It was a different time.
Really?
It's a way different time.
Okay. All right.
It's like some of y'all aunts.
So I'm the grimy one, and y'all just the same.
It's like some
for this episode. Yes.
It's like
okay.
Here's what that reminds me of. Right, you flipping through the picture book at your auntie's house, and there's a picture where she's a Freaknik back in the day.
I knew you were gonna say that. So we'll go ahead and this. Thank you all for listening. I am once again Kevin Murphy with my colleagues, Freaknik Hype.
Why did I just know that you was gonna say that? I just know that you finna call me uncut something.
No, I wouldn't until now. You Uncut Jones. Pa-da-pa. And that is
y'all are dorks, man.
And that is a wrap. That one's 43. I was not even thinking about calling you uncut anything.
Look, I saw a picture. Somebody had a picture of Freaknik back in the day. They had Yolanda Adams.
That was not. No, I saw that picture. It was Trina was on there, but that was not Yolanda Adams. She made it clear, and Trina was like, "No."
Who was that then?
Some girl, but it wasn't Yolanda Adams.
Hey, look.
I believe it was. I believe Trina. Yolanda Adams called Trina, was like, "Hey, look, we gotta do something about this. We gotta clean this up real quick."
I thought you burnt that shit. What the?
You gotta do something about that, boy.
Did not tell your
And Trina
motherfucker.
was probably like, "All right, I got you."
Shit, I'm like, I forgot all about that.
Like, yeah, that was a long time ago.
Oh God, that's my dude with it. Oh, okay, I know. The Marvel. Oh, influence. Okay.
Scam me.